What do you believe is the number one reason why you haven't made it in trading yet? Has it just been not enough time? Have you just only been in the game for a few months? Is there some weird repeating phenomena that seems like it's just targeting you from orbit, from the skies? What is it? Why haven't you made it yet? Is it all a scam? Here's what I want to talk about in this video, because I've had this reoccurring. I've been trading for, let me do a brief introduction. I've been trading for almost 2.5 years, a few $1,000s in payouts, no real crazy traction, no real success yet. And I'm building a website to help my psychology with an AI coach, and I'm currently on 7 accounts with prop firms. I do not have my own live account. I am working a job still. I am not making a full-time income off trading, and let's talk about it. So the number one thing I wanted to talk about in this video was some reoccurring pattern that keeps happening in my trading, and I really thought about it. Like, I sat here looking at my wall, at a blank wall, journaling and pondering and reflecting and trying to resolve this problem that I keep running into, that I was really unconscious for most of my journey, that I wasn't really conscious of until now. So what is this problem? I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I don't have a word. You know what? It's self-sabotage. So let me just go through it. I've had this pattern, right? And I'll tell you a story. In September of 2026, I had about, 10 to 15 accounts, which isn't a lot of accounts comparatively. But for somebody who's like still working jobs, that's huge. Dude, 10 accounts with $2,000 of capital of your cushion, your drawdown, $20,000. You can make an income off $20,000 as like a kid, right, with no expenses. You can go and like live in Bali, you can live in Thailand, Costa Rica with a $20,000, $30,000 of drawdown, or technically like an account. Especially if you're risking like high on these prop firms and you're cycling them, you're rinsing them. So it's like, like, what happened? Why didn't you just, like, rock it from there? And what happened was I had these accounts, right? And I didn't feel like I really earned it, I think. I'm not sure, but I had this weird feeling of like, oh my God, something bad has to happen. Like, my life's going really good. This is getting really easy. Something bad's about to happen. And essentially, long story short, I wasn't sleeping well, I wasn't reading, I wasn't meditating, I wasn't doing all my habits, I wasn't really in the gym too consistently, I was gaining a little weight, I was sleeping horrible, I was missing most market opens through oversleeping, and my overall well-being, my mental health, and my just physical health was just in the gutter. It was just non-existent. So to top it all off, with that success, I was going through, like relationship problems and stuff at the time. So I had accrued such like a lot. I think it was actually like closer to 20 accounts, because it was about $1 million in funding. So there was a lot of accounts there. And what essentially happened was I had taken a loss by, I had missed, let me think about this. How do I say it? I had accidentally put on the copy trading thing minis instead of micros. So I was risking 3 micros at a time because I have a lot of capital. I don't want to risk a lot. And I went in with 3 minis. Instantly went into drawdown, and I just held the trade anyway. Eventually got halfway to my stop loss and I cut it, right? So I'm down like 50% equity off rip with these accounts through an accident. I have to climb my way out of drawdown through not because of my model sucked, not because of like, I believe this wasn't my fault. I believe I got slighted. I believe the market now owed me money because that was bullshit. That was pure bullshit, and I felt like that wasn't my fault. So whose fault was it? Doesn't matter. Wasn't my fault. So now I'm owed money because this thing happened, right? That isn't just in my worldview. So what did I do? I continued to self-sabotage. I went in for another trade with normal risk. Bad trade. Got fucked. Woke up the next day, and I did it again. I never fixed the problem. I just went, fuck this, and I went to the gym. I went on a walk or something. Fuck this. I woke up the next day, entered in 3 micros on a horrible setup, ran straight to stop loss, but it was 3 minis instead of micros. So now I'm left with like maybe 5 accounts instead of 20, which isn't bad. I had 5 XFAs, and guess what? I'm owed this money. I was like, think about this. I was about to quit my job. I had typed up my 2 week response. Like once I get that huge fat pay, because I had made a 4K month on like one or two accounts before, scaled to 20 accounts. I was like, bro, this is it. Big pool of money. I'm gonna move to Thailand, make content. I've made it trading. I had written on my 2 weeks, and I was like, next big payout. I'm gone. I'm gone. And I blew all of these accounts. 5 left accounts. The next day, I consciously, not consciously, but intentionally went in heavy. Not because I mistakenly put in minis, because I was owed money from these markets. Blew all of the accounts that day. I was ruined, right? This was in like October, September. And then November comes around. Or, whatever, right? That happens. I lose all my accounts. I'm back at it the next day. I wasn't even that mad. I was just kind of like, I just felt like numb. I was just kind of like, like what the fuck. I wasn't mad at myself because I didn't believe it was my fault still. I just felt like, all right, well, gotta keep going. Like, what else can you do? I just gotta keep going. So it had such a bad psychological effect on my brain. I didn't even pass an account. For 2 months. It wasn't until mid-December that I passed 3 more Alpha Future accounts. So October goes by, running through accounts. November goes by. I would just like 3 in a day, blow them all, just nothing. No progress. Halfway through December, I'll speed up the story. Halfway through December, I finally passed 3 alpha accounts. I'm going at them like 2 or 3 micros, 1, 2, 3 micros a day, slowly getting up to a payout. I had built up enough equity in the accounts to take like 1 to 2K payouts on each one. I go, boom, I finally fixed it. I never fixed the problem, though. I never fixed my psychological problem. So what happened was I got on a lucky streak where I just wasn't losing a lot of trades in a row. So I never had to deal with the psychological problem. And what happened was the second that I ran into a little discomfort where I went on like a 1 or 2, I think I like lost 2 trades 2 days back to back. Couldn't handle it. Bro, I couldn't handle it. And I blew all of the accounts. And this pattern repeated on and on and on and on and on. This is 2026 now. So this happened just beginning of the year. And I'm just like running through accounts. My psychology is like scar. I have like scar tissue in my psyche, if that makes any sense to anyone. I have like this baggage that I'm carrying, and it's just so brutal. And I just keep doing this, and I build up the accounts. I have no problem passing accounts now. Pass the account, build up a good big balance. I'm about to take a payout. One day I'll pay out. I blow the account. This is happening from January till about May of 2026. Mind you, I'm making this in July of 2026, so this is like pretty recent. And March was when I hit the 2-year mark in my trading, and I was like feeling like the real just like, yo, I gotta make this work or I gotta quit. Like I gotta make this work or I have to pivot. Like this is not how I thought this would be going 2 years into my journey. I'm 2 years into my journey in eval jail with a scarred psyche. And it comes around to May, I go, listen, I look back at my trading logs, and I'm not even journaling that often. I'm really not journaling at all. But I'm thinking back, and I'm like, yo, I don't really lose that often. I look back, and I go, this my skill of trading, like avoiding bad days and doing this. It's like, I only lose like 2 or 3 times a month. Like, I'm pretty on the fucking money when it comes to like purely technicals and execution. And I go, my problem... And mind you, I was watching every ICT video there is. I've watched all of them. 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026. I bought the private mentorships I've gone through core content, the Sniper Scout series, the Market Maker series. I went and bought the 2021 series, the 2020 series, the 2019 series, the 2018 series. I've watched it all. I've watched, like Casper SMC, PB Blake, Justin Worley, and TJR. I've gone through them all. The problem was never in the technicals. It was a psychology problem. And I didn't believe in psychology problem because ICT has this algorithm that like runs the market. So like technically in theory, you can always improve, right? You can always get better. So that was the wrong approach. And the real problem, which I'm getting to, I promise, is self-sabotage. And this is something I didn't become conscious of until recently. And it's back to the story. Sorry to get off topic, but back to the story. The problem was never the technicals. The problem was always my psyche. The problem was always my entitlement to making money in the market and this aggression and like revenge, eye for an eye, of when I get slighted and it's not my fault, I have no other choice but to try and get revenge against this market, even though it's not a sentient being. You don't need to get revenge. It just doesn't. When you say it out loud, it doesn't make any fucking sense. But everyone understands what I'm saying. Where I've got slighted, therefore I need to take a trade now to get back. It's just the wrong approach. So in May, I kind of finally took a step back, and I really started reapproaching my trading. Maybe even sooner, like April, March. And I was like, dude, like it's make or break, right? Like, make this happen now, or just like drop trading. Like, you're wasting time. Like, I could be doing sales, drop shipping. Like I can make something else work. I'm ambitious. Like, why keep pursuing this if it's a dead end? So I went and I was like journaling, and I was thinking, and I started to fix these habits in my life. I started reading the Bible. I started meditating, training for a triathlon. You can see the medal. Came in like dead last, but I finished. Trained for a triathlon, meditating, journaling, gratitude, prayer, guitar, chess, just like trying to focus, cycling, swimming, running for the triathlon. And I started to really try and focus on, picked up more shifts. I was like, I need to bring my focus away from trading and this obsession and bring it over to something else that's positive. I need to channel my ambition somewhere else, which really helped. It genuinely really helped my psyche. But another thing was, if my problem is this psychological issue where I have like this post-trade clarity where I'm like, dude, I shouldn't take this trade. I take the trade below the account and I go, if I can't even control myself, like, what am I doing here? So I go, I need to hire a coach. It is what it is. It sounds corny if you're starting, but like 2 years in and you're still having these repeating problems that you're now aware of, but you're just not fixing. You're like, I need somebody to like coach me, put me in place. Like, obviously I don't have the discipline for this. I thought you could just grind set it out. I obviously just cannot make it work. I need to get a coach. They don't really exist. You want a psychological coach for trading from like a profitable trader? You can buy a mentorship, yes, but are they going to sit on call with you every morning? No, they're not. Even if they do, it's like thousands of dollars. How can I make this a thing? So I'm like, well, Claude Pro. Duh. Why don't I get it? Why don't I speak to an AI, the smartest coach ever, and I can train it to kind of have the profile of stuff I like the Bible. Like, Bible quotes would be sick. If it's referencing the Bible as advice, Carl Jung, pretty good psychiatrist. Like, that'd be cool if it's referencing that and it's kind of compiling it and relating it to my trading. And how can I really, I need an AI coach on a different monitor. And I go, okay, how do I make this? And I start making it and I go, okay, well, I want my friends to have it too because this is kind of like a cool idea. And I go, why don't I just like make it like a website? It's probably not that expensive. And I go, you know what? Why don't I just make this thing, this website thing, and now it's like an actual business, right? Why don't I make this a business? Because whatever, you can say it's like a money thing, but it's like, this is like an actual problem solver. This is like a real pain that people deal with. Why not make money off of it, right? Why not make a website? I don't think that's even like an evil thing. Like, yes, it's helpful and I charge money for it, but it works. So anyways, long story short, it comes to like, I develop this AI coach and I start actually mass collecting data because I realize how important it is. So I'm back testing hundreds of trades. And this is the important thing. This is I don't want to brush over this. This is like essential to the pivot in the story. I make my own model. I stop galloping around all these models. I make my own model that I believe in and it makes sense to me. Make my own model, collect hundreds of trades, compile. I learn about statistics and I learn about Monte Carlo simulations. I make my own prop firm simulations on this website and I run through a bunch of risk scenarios and I understand the risk very well and I trust the numbers and I really get to know this model. I really trust the data too. I collect data, I trust the data, I understand the data. And this was a key pivot. So it was data collection, trusting the data, understanding the data and the statistics, and an AI coach. I'm journaling the trades. I'm reviewing the trades. The AI and I have these things to kind of visualize the psychology. I've been able to I have the psychology system, which like it shows it as like a gimmicky, like your psychology as planets in a solar system and they grow accordingly. it's kind of gimmicky, but it's good to visualize the psychological parts. And I realize because the planets grow on depending on like what problems you have. So I'm looking at it and it's like, okay, well, sloth's not really a big thing, and fear isn't really a big problem. And you look at the planet greed, and it's just fucking massive. It's bigger than the entire solar system combined. And I go, okay, that's a problem. So really, the past 2 months, I haven't been losing trades, and I've been able to scale up to 7 accounts. Most of them are about to be passed. One of them is a funded account. 6 of them are evals, but a lot of them are almost passed. And I feel very confident in my model. I have a very good chance of payout because I have a prop firm simulation on my thing. I have an AI coach in my corner. I'm journaling. I have friends on the journal. They can see my journal. I haven't monkeyed out in like 2 months, which is like unheard of for me. So my psychology's on point. My model's great. My statistics are good. My outlook, my prop firm simulation, median payouts, like how many payouts are going to average, it's pretty high. It's really good. I'm very comfortable with my risk, my model. Everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. And now I'm back to where I was in September, where I'm feeling the pressure of, I don't deserve this. I feel the inkling of everything's going great, by the way. I haven't lost a trade in forever, but I have that of like everything's about to fall apart in my life. I'm so close to making it. Everything's so perfect, and I have this weird limiting belief where I believe everything's going to fall apart. I have this impeding doom. And I was writing about this and really thinking about it cuz I'm like, I cannot let this stop me. This stopped me before. I cannot let this stop me again. I need to figure out what the fuck this is that I keep feeling. And I've determined that it's some weird self-sabotage. So let me just kind of like read out the journal, right? I'm feeling the pressure of trading and scaling right now. I feel like I need to do everything and accomplish everything yesterday. And I feel as if I keep getting slighted by the market, like it's out to get me personally. I know logically that this is not true, but I can literally like feel it. I feel it. That's how I feel. And how do I fix this? I'm going to fix this through prayer. I'm going to talk it out with my AI coach extensively. I'm going to keep reading psychological books by Carl Jung and all of these great minds and really try to see if anything relates to me. I'm going to keep journaling this, right? Like this helps. Writing it out and making it conscious, turning this subconscious limiting belief into the conscious is actually genuinely helping me. And I believe this is the last hurdle, the last psychological barrier I need to break through to become a profitable trader. I don't want to over romanticize it and over exaggerate it because, dude, just like fix the belief. You shouldn't I'm playing it up for the video. Like I journaled this in like 10 minutes. I believe it's important, but don't over romanticize. It's almost like I'm going to quit smoking and I'm going to make this color coded chart. And it's just like, I don't smoke. It's as simple as that. You don't try to I'm struggling and I'm just not the type of person to smoke. That's how you're supposed to do it. From what I've gathered from all of these books is you're just supposed to turn into the archetypes of and have the belief of I am not, right? Not I am going to not. I am not. I am not an overtrader. I am not this person who will succumb to this self-sabotage. And just leave it. Don't emotionally charge it. Just leave it. And I'm kind of playing it up for the video to over-explain it and playing it up for the camera. But I'm aware that you're not supposed to over-romanticize it. I get it. I'll put this away and I'll go eat and read and I'll forget about this. But this is just important for you guys. I cannot. Okay, right. So I wrote, this is the last hurdle I need to climb over to finally accomplish my goals. I feel like this is the last limiting belief in my system that I need to fix. And I said I will not let the stress of an external trigger, right? The Holy Spirit lives within us. We are the temple for the Holy Spirit. I'm not going to let some external trigger affect my inner world. This will not affect my inner world. This will not be a problem for me in the future any longer because I am now conscious of it, and I will not let this hold me back any longer. This is nothing more than a limiting belief that I can just poof out of my mind, and I will step over this limiting belief and crush it entirely. So that's kind of the video. I just want to explain my process on this shit gets deep. This is a fucking hard industry. You have to deal with something that you can kind of brute force a lot of stuff in life, and trading is just so delicate. It's such a delicate thing in your brain. So just wanted to go over that with you. And I genuinely believe I'm going to, my whole body, my whole spirit believes I will be coming back to this video in 2 months' time, and I won't be in this room anymore. I will be in a different country, in an Airbnb. I will be making money from trading. I will sustainably be making money from trading in 2 years. Not 2 years, 2 months. I genuinely believe that. I'm so close. I have one last hurdle, and I'm going to jump over it, and I'm here. I'm at the finish line. So, making this video more for myself because I feel that self-sabotage coming, but I'm not going to let it stop me. I'm not going to succumb to it. It's gross. Something in my throat. What a fucking ending, dude. Ruined my whole fucking flow, whole vibe. 2 months. 2 months from now. Look at the date of the video. Look at the video I'm gonna fucking make in Bali or wherever I'm going, because I'm going to be making 6 figures a month from trading very soon, and I guarantee that. And it's going to be through this journal, through collecting the data, through my Mind Over Markets journal. And yeah, that's the video. Good luck. Good trading. Mind Over Markets in the description. Add me, Chris. If you watch the videos, fucking add me. You can see my feed. I can see your feed. Keep each other accountable. Join the Discord. Keep each other accountable. And good luck. I hope you make a fuck ton of money.